Instant gratification is the downfall of Gen Z. And it's the reason why we're all so disconnected from each other and we just can't focus on anything. So let me know if this situation sounds familiar to you. You're sitting down and you're sitting down with like your girlfriend, boyfriend, your sibling, or any other friend or anything like that, and you're talking to them and you're engaged in the conversation. You're looking them directly into the eye, but you can't actually hear what they're saying. You know what I mean? Like, it's not like you're not paying attention to them. You're looking directly into their eyes and they're speaking to you, but it's like it's just in one ear and out the other. Like, you just literally, you would not be able to say what the person said. If you're like that, if you're like me, you're one of those people that's like, what every 2 seconds when someone's talking to you, and then they get aggravated and they don't want to tell you what they said. Let me give you another example.
A part tip redact.
What?
A part tip redact. Scavern.
What are you talking?
Rapper did scavern.
I'm willing to bet that you are one of those people that can't watch TV or movies without subtitles on. How much you want to bet? Our generation can't even watch movies and shows in our native language. I'm talking about the like English speakers here. English. We can't even watch things in English without subtitles. How do you speak a language but you can't hear what the people are saying? You have to read what they're saying along with hearing it. And everyone always thinks it's so cute to talk about, like, oh yeah, I can't watch movies without subtitles. It's bad. Even in YouTube, the videos that are more flashy, have way more flashy editing and like things popping up on the screen and like sound effects and all that, those videos get so much more attention and retention from viewers than other videos that don't have that, just because it's not the people don't feel like they're engaged as much. Even though the videos that don't have all that extra editing are probably more valuable, it's not going to retain the viewers as long because it's not reeling them in with all like the colors and the flashy lights and the sound effects. A lot of us can't even sit with our own thoughts for more than 10 seconds at a time. Scratch that, no, more like 5 seconds at a time. Literally just go out in public, and you probably do this too, but just look at other people doing it. They'll be talking or something, or they have like a couple seconds to themselves. They're waiting in line maybe for something, their Starbucks drink, and they're on their phone. You can't go anywhere without seeing someone check their phone immediately after doing something. Like the minute that someone has like 5 seconds of free time, they're checking their phone. How many times have you been in a conversation with somebody, and then the second that it goes quiet, you automatically pull out your phone? You start checking your phone. You start scrolling the homepage, looking for something to do. Then you know what's real bad when you start checking your email. You have nothing to do on your phone, but you're using it to escape. Now, I've been stuck in this instant gratification mindset for years now, and I'm still just now trying to escape it. So back when I was in school, I think it was like maybe like 5th grade all the way until I graduated, I just always struggled in school. And it was because I was never really paying attention to the lessons. I was never one of those students that was like on my phone or anything like that, and I didn't really talk to a lot of people. I was always actually trying to give the teacher my full attention while I was in the class. And I would do this like every day. I would just pay attention and try to reel in the information that the teacher was teaching. But it was almost like I would walk into the class and then I would sit there, and then it was kind of like that feeling that you get when you wake up in the morning and you don't remember the time you fell asleep. You kind of just wake up, and then it's almost like you kind of just go to sleep. You lay in bed, and then somewhere after the time where you put your head on the pillow, that's when you kind of, and then you wake up. That's literally what I felt like to be inside my classes. I would go into the classroom, hear what the teacher was saying, try to focus, and then I would just be out of the classroom. I didn't retain anything. My mind was wandering the entire time, even though I was staring directly at the board. And what was I dreaming about? Probably like Fortnite. Probably thinking about Fortnite, what I'm gonna do after school. There's so many times when I would be like out with my friends and we're just like hanging out or something like that, and I'm having a conversation with them, but they're just staring into their phone. Like just literally talking to me. Like actually I'm talking to them, but they're just looking at their phone. They're not giving me any attention whatsoever. So they're like nodding along with me and like kind of agreeing to what I'm saying, but they're in their phone texting or snapping another person while I'm with them. That is a really good way to lose friends. Now you might be wondering, what do these things have anything to do with instant gratification? So this thing right here, we're not gonna call this a phone anymore. This is not a phone. This is an instant gratification enabler. That's what this is. This is overstimulating. And this is probably the most convenient thing to ever be invented. It's literally the antichrist to hard work. And there are a lot of instant gratification enablers out there today. Things like junk food, definitely one of them, video games, porn, dating apps, just TV shows, social media. All of these things are just giving you a hit of dopamine. And I'm not going to get into dopamine in this video. It's not about dopamine. This is gonna be like a bro science version. I think social media is probably like the biggest one. I mean, why would you sit in silence with your own thoughts when you can just scroll on TikTok for like 30 seconds and get like 15 different videos? Like literally watch 15 different videos in that 30 seconds if you really wanted to. I mean, it's so easy to just swipe to the next video. That's why it's so addicting and so many people are on it constantly. I mean, literally, if you use TikTok, just think of this. Do you even remember the last 20 TikToks that you watched? Do you remember the TikTok that you watched yesterday or the day before that? Do you remember any of them? Probably not. There's completely useless information. I mean, the videos can be funny, you know, and maybe a little bit informational, but most of the time, it's just not really worth your time, and it's just an escape from reality, and it's just supposed to give you a quick dopamine hit of happiness until the next swipe. It's not even the actual video that you're watching that's giving you the dopamine hit. Like it's the act of you swiping, knowing that you're going to see something new and you get to process some new information. That's the part that actually gives you dopamine. It's not even the videos themselves. It's the addicting behavior of swiping up and getting to that next video. On Instagram, same thing, swiping. It's the same thing. It's the same reason why Instagram is addicting, Facebook is, Tinder, all these apps. You get to swipe right because you want to see if you're gonna find your potential match. That's what it is. Because if someone matches with you, I think this is how it works. If someone matches with you, then it's gonna automatically tell you after you swipe that person if they swiped on you, meaning that you're expecting that dopamine hit at some point. So every single behavior that is like highly habit forming, like swiping on social media, Tinder, porn, junk food, any of these like bad habits that you might have, they're associated with higher levels of dopamine in the brain. These things kind of seem like things that give you pleasure, and that is a thing, and that does like dopamine does give you pleasure in a way, but it's not the whole story. Dopamine also plays a part in like your motivation and your learning and your understanding of things. So dopamine doesn't actually only take place when you experience something, it also takes place when you anticipate it, meaning that when you're anticipating swiping right on that person, you're anticipating that they're gonna match with you. When you're about to eat that junk food, when you open up that bag of Doritos or something, I don't know, you're anticipating that it's going to taste good. You get the dopamine spike right before it's going to happen. And how it works is that you see something, so there's like the cue, you see something, and then you anticipate what's going to happen based off of what you saw. So when you have the ability to swipe right or swipe up on a TikTok video, the craving is to swipe up. Now you swiping up is the response to your craving, and the reward is that you got to the next video, you got to have the next dopamine hit, so the next video, and then the cycle repeats itself. It's like when you sit down and you eat a whole bag of chips or popcorn or something, you're anticipating that feeling of that thing going into your mouth, and you're going to anticipate that and enjoy it before you even get it, and then once you get it, then you enjoy it even more, and then you get the craving to start to get another one, and then that spikes your dopamine again, and it just keeps on going up and down and up and down. So when you were a little kid, you remember like Christmas time when it was like just like all of December, it was like everyone was in the Christmas spirit and you knew that you were gonna get some presents. You were putting up the tree and all that, and everyone's all excited. You were actually probably more excited for Christmas than actually when you were opening the presents. You were more excited anticipating that you were gonna get those presents than you were opening the presents. And if you really like think back to it, like when I sit here and really think back to Christmas, this is true. I would be more excited for the days leading up to Christmas and just imagining what I was going to get and anticipating opening the presents than actually opening the presents. Because I mean, once you actually open them, then you're kind of sitting there with it and you're just like, yeah, you know, like you kind of want to open some more, even if you know, not to say like I'm ungrateful or anything like that, and neither should you. It's just the feeling of like knowing that you're going to get it that kind of makes you super excited. This instant gratification mindset literally like destroys your brain. It like fries it. It just completely fries it. Think about it, like anything that's worth something is gonna take some hard work, but we're like programmed to believe that the only things that are worth it are things that come easy, like all these instant gratification enablers. It stunts your ability to have a growth mindset, so it makes it harder for you to stick with something long term that requires delayed gratification. So like that's why it's so hard for people to get into the gym and stay consistent at the gym, because they're not seeing results right away. They're not instantly gratified right away, and they're programmed to be like that because of their habits. Then they just stop going to the gym because they're not seeing results right away and they're not happy. I talked about this in a previous video. It's called How to Make Progress, and I basically explained how I tried to play guitar and I wasn't able to like learn anything and stay consistent with it at all because I wasn't prepared to work hard for it. I wasn't able to stick with it, you know, even though I couldn't play anything. I wasn't able to stick with it for like, you know, every 5 minutes a day, 10 minutes a day, every single day, and actually start to see progress long term because I was still stuck in that instant gratification mindset. And it was the same thing when I tried to get into the gym and I was never able to stay consistent. I was going to the gym for like 2 years and I was seeing no progress and not being consistent. I wasn't committed to it long term because I didn't really see any changes, and I didn't really see any benefit for me doing it. And it's because I wasn't doing it long enough. I was stuck in the instant gratification mindset. You know, just instant gratification has made people feel like they're going to be good at something automatically. Otherwise, it's just not worth it and they're just gonna fail. And that's what happened to me when I tried to play guitar. Now, how do we fix this? What is the answer to this instant gratification problem in today's society? Well, it's just the opposite. It's delaying gratification. You have to make sacrifices. That is the only way to delay gratification, and it's why we don't do it in the first place. It's because we don't want to make sacrifices. You don't want to sacrifice the junk food. You'd rather just eat the junk food instead of sacrificing it to eat something healthy. You'd rather eat the Doritos than eat the salad. You'd rather scroll on your phone for 10 seconds and watch mind-numbing content than sit in a line and just stare straight ahead for 15 seconds. You don't want to sacrifice your precious time after school or work to go to the gym or do something productive. You'd rather just waste time because, you know, you want to enjoy your night. You want to have a little bit of free time because you deserve it, which is fine and all, but I'm not going to take that approach because I want to delay my gratification. I don't have any social media on my phone. I have none. Zero on my phone. I don't use social media at all on my phone. The only thing I do have is YouTube, and I don't watch like short, quick videos. I listen to like full length, like hour-long videos so I can reel in as much information from them as possible. And I don't even watch the videos, I just listen to them. I don't use my phone for instant gratification. In fact, my phone is on grayscale, like black and white. I don't even have the color on. I only turn it on for like right now I'm recording, so I can't show you. But I turn it on when I'm recording, make sure the colors are right, and if I need to show someone something. Other than that, my phone is on grayscale all the time because I don't need the fancy colors to distract me from the purpose of me going on my phone, which is to just put on the next podcast or set an alarm or something, or maybe write down a note. I don't even do like I don't watch TV anymore. I don't watch TV at all. I literally just come home and I go to the gym, or I'll wake up early before work and I'll go to the gym. So we're talking like 3 hours before I go to work, I'm waking up and I'm going to the gym and having a full workout and coming home and getting ready to go to work. And then after work, I come home and I work even more on my own personal stuff. I do not give myself extra free time that I don't want because I'm delaying gratification. I know that if I stay at the gym and I stay consistent, I'm going to see results. And if I keep on working on these YouTube videos, then my audience is going to grow. People think that it's like a super extreme lifestyle that I'm living when I talk about it, but it's really not to me, because this is the only way that I was able to break out of the instant gratification mindset, was to just remove all of that from my life and just like not live like a monk, but like kind of close to it. I don't eat junk food anymore. I don't eat meals, like I don't eat fast food or anything like that. I eat food that I know the ingredients, and I try to eat as many single ingredient foods as possible, because I know that's going to be the best for my diet, and it's going to help me get the best results when I go to the gym. All of these things were sacrifices that I had to make in order to get the results that I wanted. That's really all it is. It's just you have to make sacrifices. So this is something that's kind of been on my mind recently, looking around at other people that are in my life and just thinking about, you know, how my generation in the world is today. I just wanted to kind of talk about that a little bit and kind of rant. So if you like this video, check down below. There's a link to my newsletter. I'm not gonna spam you, just you know, let me sell you stuff. If you want to do a one-on-one coaching call with me, you can check out the link in the description. It'll be the first link. Just check that out. 1 hour call with me. It's completely free. Just check it out. We can talk one-on-one. You need help with anything, getting into the gym, fitness, mindset, anything that you need help with on your self-improvement journey, that's the place to be. My full guide to how to start going to the gym will be my next video, so definitely subscribe if you're interested in seeing that. That'll be dropping soon. Thank you for watching. See ya.